Picture this. It's the first of the month. You refresh your banking app, and the number that hits is $50,000 for the month. Not a one-time windfall, not a lucky bonus. Consistent, predictable. The kind of income that makes people say, okay, life is officially different now. And it is, but not in the way most people imagine. Because the biggest change isn't the car you drive or the vacation you book. It's the options you suddenly have and the problems you didn't know money could create. Let's start with the moment it becomes real. At $50,000 a month, your brain immediately runs a movie. Upgraded home, better neighborhood, nicer restaurants, first-class flights, designer everything. And you can do all of that fast. The danger is you can also accidentally build a life that requires $50,000 a month just to maintain. That's not freedom. That's a golden hamster wheel. So if you're earning this kind of money or working toward it, here's the core truth. High income doesn't automatically equal wealth. Wealth is what you keep, what you protect, and what you compound. The first principle is simple. Buy freedom before you buy flex. Freedom is having low stress, high margin, and time you control. Flex is showing people you've made it. Flex fades. Freedom compounds. Second principle, build a life with financial shock absorbers. When you earn $50,000 a month, your risk changes. People assume risk goes down because you have more money. In reality, your exposure goes up. More responsibilities, more taxes, more attention, more opportunities that can distract you, and more lifestyle commitments that can trap you. Third principle, money should remove problems, not multiply them. Every dollar should have a job, protect you, grow, simplify, or create meaning. Now let's turn those principles into real-life moves. The first thing that changes at $50,000 a month is you stop living month to month and start living decision to decision. You don't budget like you used to. You design a system. Here's a system I'd use with a high-income client. Before you spend on anything flashy, set 4 automatic allocations the day money lands. A boring buffer. 6 to 12 months of essential expenses in cash or cash equivalents, because peace of mind is a return. A tax vault. A separate account where your tax percentage goes immediately, because surprise tax bills are the fastest way to feel broke at a high income. A long-term investing engine. Money that moves into diversified investments on schedule. No debating, no timing the market. A freedom fund. Money dedicated to buying back time. Things like admin help, cleaning, meal prep, better tools, outsourcing low-value tasks. Because the first luxury that actually matters isn't a watch. It's time. First luxury equals time, not stuff. The next change is psychological. Your tolerance for nonsense drops. You start noticing how much your old life was built around friction, errands, delays, cheap tools that break, stress from small surprises. With $50,000 a month, you can smooth out the edges. And when you do, you realize something. Quality isn't about showing off. Quality is about reducing mental load. But here's the trap. Lifestyle inflation wears a disguise. It doesn't say, I'm going to ruin your finances. It says, you deserve this. And sometimes you do. The key is to upgrade intentionally. A rule that works. Upgrade the things you use weekly. Ignore the things you buy to impress strangers. Mattress? Yes. Shoes you walk in every day? Yes. A kitchen. Now let's go one layer deeper. Once you're at $50,000 a month, the game becomes less about earning and more about keeping, protecting, and structuring. This is where taxes and risk management become part of your lifestyle, whether you like it or not. At this income level, you don't just pay taxes. You create a strategy. Not to do anything shady, just to stop donating extra money to inefficiency. That usually means things like cleaner income tracking and bookkeeping, choosing the right business structure if you're self-employed, maximizing legitimate retirement vehicles, charitable giving done smartly if it's part of your values, building a team, a tax pro and an advisor you can actually trust. Spreadsheet, calendar, meeting table, signing documents. Then there's protection. Higher income often means you're a bigger target for lawsuits, bad deals, or friends with emergencies that somehow always land on your doorstep. So you start thinking in layers: insurance, legal protections, emergency liquidity, and diversified assets. You don't chase the highest return, you chase the most resilient plan. And yes, the opportunities start flooding in. When people hear you're doing well, suddenly everyone has a can't miss investment. A friend's startup, a guaranteed real estate flip, a crypto project, a franchise, a private deal. This is where high earners get humbled. So here's an advanced filter. If you can't explain the downside in one sentence, you're not investing. You're gambling. Another one: never invest in something that requires your attention to survive. Your attention is your most valuable asset. If the investment only works when you constantly worry about it, it's not an investment, it's a second job. At $50,000 a month, the smartest move is often boring. Keep your core wealth in diversified, liquid, compounding assets, and treat speculative bets like dessert, not dinner. Now comes the part nobody talks about. Your relationships change. Some people will celebrate you. Some will quietly resent you. Some will test boundaries. You may feel pressure to become the solution for other people's problems. You may feel guilty spending on yourself. Or you may swing the other way and start buying things to prove you deserve it. The best integration strategy is values-first planning. Decide ahead of time. What does enough look like for me? What upgrades actually improve my daily life? How much do I want to give, help, or support? And what are the rules so it doesn't become chaos? What kind of person do I want money to turn me into? Because the final level of earning $50,000 a month is realizing money is not the finish line. It's an amplifier. It amplifies your habits, your insecurities, your generosity, your discipline, or your lack of it. So the real glow up isn't the income, it's the calm. Calm because your bills are automated. Calm because your taxes are handled. Calm because your investments are compounding. Calm because your time is protected. Calm because you can say no without fear. If you're building toward that level, start living like it now, not by spending like a high earner, but by systemizing like one. And if you're already there, here's your reminder. Don't turn a blessing into a burden. Keep your margin, protect your time, let wealth compound quietly. If you want, tell me what your income source is: business, sales, content, investing, and I'll outline a simple, high-income money system that fits it.